see if it works any better now. Oh man. Whew, I was lucky. I don't know. This is just the kind of game that you really need to play on a 80s or 90s computer. I know. I'll dig out my Atari ST. It's been a while since I played it, and I used to play this game on there all the time, so too bad. Stop working. Let's look at a couple of games and things that I'm going to see if I can get working again. Of course, Dungeon Master. This is probably the reason I bought the Atari ST in the first place. The expansion pack Chaos Strikes Back, which, I didn't really play all that much. I did beat Dungeon Master about a dozen times, though. And we got Dragon's Lair 2, Time Warp. We got F-29 Retaliator, flight simulator game. We've got Goblins, which is kind of an action puzzle game, sort of, kind of. Also, look at the price on that, $49.95. I don't think I paid that much for this game when it first came out, though. Also, Space Crusade, which is a strategy game, kind of. And Frontier Elite 2, which, oh my gosh, I played this so much. I just love this game. Then another space game called Epic. It's more of a kind of like a shooting game. Kind of reminds me of Battlestar Galactica a little bit. Race Driving. Kind of forgot that I even had this game. And then we get into the operating system that I use called Geneva. It's a little bit different than TOS. It allows you to do multitasking. And then NeoDesk 4, which is the desktop that I use. It works with Geneva. I was really big into STOS back in the day too. This is a program to allow you to make your own games, kind of in BASIC. And I did a lot, so I can't wait to show you some of the stuff that I wrote. Yep, I'll be looking at all this stuff, plus, some other stuff that I have acquired over the years. Just kind of fun to reminisce and see what it was like to be an Atari ST owner back in the day. And here's another box of Atari ST stuff that I have. Let's see what's in this box right here. Here's all my old discs. Oh man, this is slightly heavy. Digital Research Technologies, MS-DOS 6 to use with PC Ditto. Okay. All these Atari ST format discs. Oh man, I got a lot of these. I forgot so many of these. Atari ST language disc. I don't know that I ever used that. I think maybe that's basic. My old BBS that I wrote. Battle Chess. Oh yeah, now we get into the list of games that everybody has. The pirated games. Populous II. Played that a lot. Ishar. Never really played it. Gods. Oh, I love that game. Llamatron and Revenge of the Mutant Camels. Another one of my favorites. Arkanoid 2. Yeah, a lot of stuff in here. Not to mention the games that I wrote myself. I'll just check those out too. Then we have the original Atari ST computer manual. Speedo GDOS. I don't remember ever using that. Here's the manual for the Atari SC 1435 monitor. And here's the SCSI hard drive adapter manual. And then we've got a few Atari ST magazines here. This one's called Atari Explorer with the TT030 exclusive. And I've got a bunch of these Atari ST magazines that were from England. Atari ST User, Atari ST Review, and the big one was Atari ST Formats. That was the one that I liked the best. Oh my gosh, so many of these. They're heavy too. Enter the world of music. And then there's this Atari ST computer magazine that I got that's in German, but check this out. I'm actually featured in this magazine for the Atari Times. Of course, I had to write this all in English and they translated it. Oh, here's a preview of a couple of my games right there that I'll show you. Okay, so this is my original Atari ST. Oh gosh, that I had a while back. And it's pretty heavy trying to lift it with one hand. But as you can see, this is a Atari ST E1040, which is kind of the coveted model because it had the Blitter chip in it. Also, I have both of my pets here, my puppers right here. Hey, Pupperino. And then my bird's over there hiding under that owl. So there might be some squawking and barking and all that stuff. Oh, he's going to leave. Okay. See you later, buddy. So yeah, this is my Atari ST 1040. I upgraded this one to 4 megs, which is the maximum that you can have for a 1040 ST. So
Pretty excited. Let's go ahead and hook it back up again. Oh, also, here's my hard drive. This I got at, was it Circuit City or something back in the day? I just remembered that the adapter that I had would only work with SCSI hard drives, and this is a SCSI hard drive. It's kind of neat, though. It makes it look a little bit more professional. And I'm going to be putting it on this desk. This is like my really old desk that I had from when I was a kid, but I found this flowchart template when I was digging through all my stuff. I guess people don't even use these anymore. Broken. Oh yeah, and I forgot my monitors are hiding under here, under these towels. I'm not sure why I keep them under towels. I think maybe just to protect them and maybe keep the light from damaging them, but this is my Atari ST monitor. The one I like them best because it's got the stereo speakers and everything. This monitor is just like your basic RCA jack monitor. I'm not even sure if it works anymore. I think the button's messed up on it. And this is the other Atari ST monitor that I got with the other Atari ST that I was given for free, which I don't think I've ever hooked up. I'll have to try it and see. Oh gosh, they're so heavy. Oh my goodness. Oh, gee whiz. Whew, these are heavy. Take it over here. Set it down right here. Oh, freaking out my bird. He freaks out pretty easily. I still got to get the hard drive out of here. It's packed in there tight. Where's my dog going? Where are you going, boy? There we go. That's the setup. Yeah, that looks great. Perfect, right? Yeah, see, this one is not mine. I was just given this one, so I've never hooked it up or anything. It's got this little touch to eliminate. Probably means to eliminate static. WJH. I think that was the person that gave it to me. And then I think this was his hard drive that he gave me. Yeah, by the way, I decided to move the bird in the other room. He was getting a little freaked out. He gets freaked out pretty much by anything technology-wise, so that's why I have him here in my computer room, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so this is what I used to hook up the hard drive with. It was the ICD link. This will bring back some good memories for me. Also, this is a little box that I have that's supposed to convert, I think it converts the Atari ST into VGA, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, I don't know. It's been a while since I hooked this one up. And note to self, you'll always need a power strip because you just never have enough power outlets. All right, so the ICD link here, I think plugs into one of these two ports. I think this is so you can daisy chain them because they're SCSIs, but I can't remember which port that it's supposed to go into. So I guess we'll just try both and see what happens. All right, this is the cable that I use for the monitor because it also has video here, but it also has an audio output to it. And it just uses the standard Atari ST connector cable. I decided to put a towel down over this because I realized when I moved the hard drive just a little bit, I don't think there's any feet on the bottom of the hard drive, so it made a little scratch on my desk. Probably always a good idea to just use a towel or something. Well, I guess I had everything turned on already. When I plugged it in, everything just automatically came up. So, hey, that's cool. My old desktop, Geneva and NeoDesk. I kind of gave up the Atari ST desktop a while back just because this one's a little bit more featured. But yeah, Geneva and NeoDesk 4. That's what I've used. Oh, check it out. I forgot I had this little screensaver thing going on there. It got tired of waiting for me, I guess. And the other thing I have to do is hook up the mouse, which is kind of weird. The Atari ST's mouse port is right under the front here. In a way, it makes sense, and then in another way, it's kind of inconvenient. So, what you want to do is hook this into port number 1. And you have to do it upside down, so you kind of got to get careful with it when you do that. Of course, it is a ball mouse, so I technically could use it on this surface right here. It's just not as good as it could be if I used a mouse pad, so I'm going to steal my mouse pad. My little crappy mouse pad I use to edit my videos with. It's so weird, I can hear the hard drive. It's really loud. It's a lot louder than I remember it. Of course, that could mean that the hard drive has seen better days. It's been a while. I mean, this hard drive is probably 30 years old at this point. Oh, the mouse is a little tricky to use now. I probably need to clean the ball. See, what happens with these old ball mice is that after a while, the little rollers inside there get all gunked up, so you have to clean it every so often. And the easiest way to do it, I find, is just to use my fingernail and just scrape the crap off of it. There should be 3 little roller wheels. You can use like alcohol and stuff to clean it off too, but it's easy enough just to get it off on your fingernail, especially when I don't want to get up. I'm too lazy to get up. There we go. Let's see if it works any better now. Nope. All right, that's a little bit better. I cleaned it up here. So let's kind of check out a few things here. We got Neo Desk, control panel. Here's the control panel. Color setup. We can change black to a different color if we want. General setup. What do we have under here? Oh, we turn the blur on and off. I don't know why you'd want to turn it off. System status. TOS version 1.06. TOS date 7/29/1989. Oof. Free RAM 250. Well, 2.5 megabytes. I told you I put 4 megs in here. I keep wanting to say gigs, but it's only megs. Add SCSI options. Cache off. I don't know why. Why would I turn the cache off? I think it would make it faster. And you know, if you want to play Reversey in a little control panel module, you can do that. Oh, I can't move there. There we go. Hard drive. I think this is like a 200 meg hard drive, and I had to break it up by like 20 megs a piece or something like that. So these are the apps that I have on here. Golly, it's been so long, I can't really remember what any of these are for. Atari Art ST, Canvas, Color Blast, Cyber Paint, Smooth, Spectrum 512, Annie ST, Crack Art, Volume. And if I put low on there, that means it runs in low resolution, so I have to switch the resolutions. What do we have under games? Asteroids, Battlezone, Battle Chess, Centipede, Choo Choo Rocket. Oh, I was into the Dreamcast time with this. Curse of the Azure Bonds, Deadland, Demos, Escapade, Galaxian, Goblins, high resolution only, Jigsaw, joystick only. Let's see what's in the joystick only games. Ooh, Berserk, Bomb Away, Color Clash, Combat Diamond. A lot of these games I got from bulletin boards and stuff. And pretty much the only thing to do if it crashes is to turn it off and turn it back on again. Ah, there's my name. That was kind of my nickname for a while. Fruit Man. I don't know why, I was just silly. All right, and then under free, I don't think I have anything under there. Oh, I do have a couple things. And then under BBS, I love how I have these windows that they line up perfectly on either side. All right, let's check out my my functions down here. F1 should load Atari ST Writer. All right, so let's load a file here. Articles, Atari, BBS's, funny, game, what is that? Game movie? Game moves, okay. Like Mortal Kombat moves? Okay, yeah, I typed up all the Mortal Kombat moves in here. Interesting. And then this is what the desktop looks like when you boot it up without the hard drive. This is at medium resolution. Just pretty basic. Allows you to just open up the folders and see what's on there. I keep wanting to use my finger to scroll down, but I can't. I got to scroll with the little scrolly bars here on the side. And if we want to change it to low resolution, you get more colors, and everything's much bigger. And also you get these really annoying bars that show up on the screen. All right, so I went ahead and got my Atari 7800 joystick, which I spent more time playing with this joystick than pretty much any other one for the ST. And so what you got to do is lift it up here and plug it into that second port right there, which is slightly challenging when you're trying to hold a camera. And the game we're going to try this time is Gods. See if it loads. It should just load automatically. I've gone ahead and put the disc in the drive and just turned on the computer. I haven't done anything else. Yes. My keyboard not working? Well, there's definitely something wrong with the ST because the keyboard doesn't seem to be reading the right keys. So, dang, I might have to open this up and reseat the keyboard chip or something. I don't know. Very frustrating. All right, I guess I'll take the ST over to the surgery center and take this thing apart and see if I can't get that crazy keyboard to work. By the way, these are all the ports on the back. And I can't forget the MIDI ports, the cartridge port, and the 15-pin joystick ports here on the side. All right, well, it's been a number of years since I have opened this thing, but I used to have a lot of problems with the floppy drive, so it used to drive me insane how that wouldn't work right. So I ended up buying a new floppy drive, and I'm not sure if that solved it or not, but anyway. And we'll take out all these screws, which there's a lot. They're just everywhere. And then this is the screw that it covered over with a sticker here so that you couldn't take it off. All right, those front screws were particularly difficult to loosen. I think maybe I tightened them too much a long time ago just because I wanted it to be nice and flush here in the front. Aha, there we go. And there is the inside of my Atari ST. There's the keyboard, which could probably use a good cleaning. And we can disconnect it here. This comes off in this little connector right here. But I think the issue has got to be this keyboard controller chip, if I had to guess. Feels like it's pretty well seated there. But sometimes the other chips inside the machine get a little loose. So we'll have to take this shielding off, which is a pain in the butt. Which actually it's not going to be as much of a pain as I remember because these little tabs, I've already just kept them straight so I don't have to worry about them anymore. The amount of shielding that Atari put on their products is just crazy ridiculous. And underneath this shield right here is the power supply and the memory modules. Look at this. This is ridiculous. Jeez. Maybe I can understand maybe putting some shielding over the power supply to keep it from, interfering with the screen, but all this other shielding over the motherboard and everything, that's just overkill, I think. I mean, maybe FCC regulations back then required it. I don't know. As you can see here, we've got the 4 SIM memory modules in there. That gives me 4 megabytes of memory in this bad boy. Now we can take the floppy drive off and we can see some of the other chips under there. Oh, hey, look, the floppy's in there. And the bad thing about this floppy drive is that you can't just go out and just get any old floppy drive. You've got to get one that's going to match this button right here. There's a screw over here to take off. God, I really did not want to do this. Really hoping that the ST would just work without me having to break it down. Okay. Uh-oh, something's loose. Something's loose in there. This is one of the spacers for the floppy drives. It kind of keeps it raised up above the motherboard. And this one up here is actually metal. I guess that's so they can create a ground for the board. Then this one's just plastic, and this one's plastic too, right there. All right, so what you got to do is, first of all, you got to get it loose from this edge over here where the joystick connectors are. And then once you pop that out just slightly, then you can lift this up. And this whole thing should just slide right out of here. Now I should be able to take the whole shield off of here, theoretically. All right, so there was another screw here that I didn't realize right there that's holding in the power supply. So now that I've got that out of there, of course, I'm never going to remember how these stupid screws go in. I should be able to pop this power supply out of here. And then take this off of there. There we go. This is the power supply. They don't want you to take it apart, that's for sure. They should have thought a little bit better when they designed this so that you could fix things when it breaks. All right, well, that's a little bit more than I really wanted to do, tearing it apart. You didn't expect a teardown when you clicked on this video, did you? But anyway, let's see. Any of these chips here that can be reseated, it would be a good thing. I just love looking at motherboards. Right there it says Atari 1988 on it right there. Also Atari 1988. Is that the 68,000 chip? It could be because it's the original form factor was like the chocolate bar, like the long shape of the processor. I think that's even what the Sega Genesis has in it, but this one looks like it might have a different sized processor, unless that's it. which I don't think so. Those are the ROMs. Well, the processor's got to be one of these two. And since it's covered over with this shield protector, or I guess it's more like a lock, I can't really tell. But how often do you get to do an overview of the Atari ST motherboard? Also, I thought you'd like to see what one of the memory modules looks like. These were known as SIMs, and they're very small, especially compared to modern RAM. But yeah, not a whole lot to it. This probably cost me, I don't know, $50 just for 1 megabyte of RAM back then. And it's fairly easy to seat. You just kind of set it down here like this nicely. And you push it forward until it clicks. There you go. That's how you seat some SIM memory in an Atari ST. All right, I got it all put back together again, as you can see, and let's see if it works any better now. Oh man.